Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a Thursday evening episode of Ted's Booze Cellar, the premier alcohol review show here on YouTube, with me, your most gracious host, Ted. It is currently just about to go 7:30 on the 7th of March 2023. If you are all in a good state of affairs, then I hope that continues forevermore, and if you're not, then I hope things improve for you very, very promptly. Now, today we're going to be taking a look at a drink that was recommended to me by my colleague Kate, who you will have all seen in the Jägermeister video. Well, she did ask me to do a video on a homemade absinthe milkshake, which may be something I might do in the future, but unfortunately in time for this episode I wasn't able to source any absinthe. But I did ask Kate if she had any backup options for me to review, and she said one of which was Frosty Jack's, which is a pretty rough cider, and then the other one was Lambrini, which I'm not looking forward to. Now, I feel like there's a lot of like a subconscious misconception about Lambrini in that you can kind of enjoy it like a Prosecco, but we forget that it's actually a perry, so it's really more closer to a pear cider really than anything. So I do feel like it kind of gets mislaid a little bit like that. Some people kind of see it as something you can enjoy in the same vein as a wine, but it's a bit of a funny drink because this is a perry, pure and simple. This is a perry, just a very sparkly one, but it's kind of always had a weird air about it in that it's kind of seen as a bit of a trashy drink. And true enough, it did for a long time have a pretty poisonous association with the chav subculture in the UK, and yeah, it never really had that much of a great reputation. Yeah, and it says here, up until 2015, their slogan was "Lambrini girls just want to have fun," but then they changed it to "Bring the Brini," which is, I guess, not quite as offensive, but it's still pretty crap. So yeah, I don't know, take from that what you will. But yeah, no, it's always had a kind of a weird association with certain subcultures in British society, and it's never been seen as a particularly classy drink. It's kind of to perries and sort of sparkly, light, wine-esque drinks to, I guess, Carlsberg Special Breweries to beer. Yeah, it's not very well regarded, and to be fair, I only got this for like $3.99 from the local off licence, so it's pretty cheap. 6% alcohol volume as well. For that price, I mean, that's a pretty good alcohol percentage. And it says here, a lightly sparkling perry, contains sulfites. See here? God, yeah, it just looks like just pure energy and just enemas and everything. It just looks terrible. It's not even that much information about the ingredients on the back anyway, but this is the original version, so I thought I'd start off with something simple. While I don't really like the design of the bottle or the label that much, I don't mind the colours. The colours are fine. They're a little bit washed out and kind of not the nicest, but they're fine. 6 out of 10, nothing really too offensive. It's perfectly fine. I just don't think it's that interesting, but, you know, hopefully the nose is better. The nose isn't better. Oh, that smells like old white wine vinegar. That really doesn't smell great. Oh, God, yeah, that's a strong 2 out of 10. It's got this weird sort of like bitter aftertaste that's kind of also quite musky in the smell there, and it just, oh, God, it's just, oh, yeah, it's not a great nose at all. So like a solid 2 out of 10 in the bottle, and then in the glass, oh, God, that's bad. Ooh. Oh, God, there's almost no character to it, and then what little character you can find is in this after smell that's literally just feels like some kind of just industry-grade, like, acid or something. Like, zero. The nose in the glass is actually somehow worse. Yeah, the bottle kind of sort of restricting it from entering more of your airwaves in your nose kind of protects you actually from some of the worst extremities of the nose. But yeah, that is a solid 0 out of 10. That's a truly awful nose. But as usual, we won't really know what this sucker actually tastes like until we have our palate cleanser. So bottoms up. And then we won't really know what this drink tastes like until we actually taste it. So, to everyone at home, I hope you have a great weekend ahead, even to Kate, even though you've suggested I review this. Thanks. And let's hope it's at least better than, I don't know, the Bloody Mary can from Unknown Pleasures or something really bad like that. But, oh, here we go. Cheers and have a good weekend ahead, people. Oh. God, that's bad. Oh, that's real bad. Now, I don't like to throw around the term worst a lot. This might be the worst Perry I've ever had. Oh, God, it hits you really fast and hard as well, actually. Oh, my days. Oh, man. That's the weird thing. It's kind of like a slow-burning, long-fused bomb, almost. Like, you drink it, and you feel nothing for like 30 seconds. And it's just like, pow. It just hits you. It's a fascinatingly bad experience. It's really odd. Yeah, it's like there's virtually no character to the texture at all. Literally, it feels like there's no texture at all anyway, to be honest. And then the initial flavour you get is like this kind of like very cheap white grapefruit or white grape juice flavour, I should say. And then, yeah, then you've got this main sort of through line of just kind of just heartburn. It's just this acidic, just heartburny horribliness, and just, ugh, God, it's awful. Why would anyone drink this? I suppose, to be fair, it is a pretty good cheap alternative for just getting absolutely smashed really quickly, because this is a fairly big bottle, which is 750 millilitres, and for £3.99 for a 6% alcohol, you can get drunk pretty quickly on this, but that kind of lends it to being kind of a bit too easily accessible for the strength that it is, I think. And especially considering the quality of it as well, it's just bad. Like, I would honestly either just recommend saving up a little bit of money to go and get a nice bottle of white wine, or if you are really wanting a sweet alcoholic drink right then and there, just use the same amount of money to get yourself like a couple of bottles of pear cider or something like that would probably be much nicer. Like a couple of bottles of pear Thatchers won't be great, but it would be better than this. Like, this is truly, truly awful. Even just like a bottle of cheapo brute like Prosecco would be a nicer experience, really. But yeah, this is truly awful. It's generally not a very pleasant experience. Generally, the only good things I can say about it is there is some kind of distinct white grape flavour in there, and then it's not undrinkable. That's literally about it. The texture is pretty much just not there, and it has no character. It doesn't complement or anything nice to do with the flavour at all. And the flavour itself is just very characterless, but and then it also leaves you with this really harsh sort of acidity in the back of your throat. It kind of gives you this horrible heartburny sensation. It's really, really unpleasant. So yeah, good solid 1 out of 10. This is truly, truly awful. I don't know how anyone could actually enjoy this unless they're in a... Yeah, actually, I don't know how anyone can enjoy this. As well as that, comment down below if you have any suggestions for future episodes of Ted's Booze Cellar, or any other suggestions for just general video formats on this channel that you'd like to see. And if you want to check out my social medias, I'll leave the links to all those in the video description down below. And until next time, have fun, stay safe for whatever you're doing, don't do anything I wouldn't do, wash your hands, drink responsibly, know your limits, and I'll see you guys at the bar next time on Ted's Booze Cellar. Bye for now. You know what? I'm going to treat myself because that was so awful. Let me see here. What have I got? Ah, here we are. Yeah, nice one. Limited edition session pale ale with Azaka and Equinox hops from our old friends at Unbarred. Probably going to be a much nicer drink. And it is. Not that there's much competition between that and this.